Hello students, welcome back. Today we will again continue with exercise 7. This is the part 6 of exercise 7. Okay, so let's start with the sums that are remaining. Okay, so question number 28. Integration of sin x plus cos x upon square root of sin 2x. This is important sum. It can be asked in 4 marks. Okay, so see now what I will do. Remember, in denominator it is sine 2x. So whenever you will find out such thing in denominator like sine 2x, then you will use this method. I will rearrange this. I will just make some adjustment with sine 2x. Sine 2x, I can write it down to sine x cos x. So numerator is sin x plus cos x, right? So I require sin x, cos x minus sin x, okay? So that its derivative is sin x plus cos x. So what I will do, I will do 1 minus 1 plus or minus 2 sin x cos x. Clear? So now, see, plus 1 minus 1. It will get cancelled. Minus minus plus. Instead of 1, I will use sine square x plus cos square x minus 2 sin x cos x. So this is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, so now I can write it down as sin x minus cos x whole square. Clear? See, I had adjusted sine 2x as 1 minus sin x minus cos x whole square. So see, now whenever you see such term in denominator, you must be familiar with this step. See, when I will assume this as t, what is its derivative? Derivative of sin x is cos x. And cos x is minus sin x and minus minus plus. So sin x plus cos x, that's in the numerator. Okay? So I will be equal to integration of sin x plus cos x upon square root of 1 minus sin x minus cos x whole square dx. Okay, so now let's take assumption. Let sin x minus cos x equal to t. So differentiating it, differentiation of sin x is cos x and of cos x is minus sin and it's minus. So plus sin x dx, this is equal to dt. Now, time to change the limit. Okay, so let me check what is the limit. It's pi by 6 to pi by 3. Okay, so I just missed this in the question. So now, when x is equal to pi by 6, lower limit, what will be t? Cos pi by 6. Okay, that is root 3 by 2. Clear? Sorry, I need to take this. Sin pi by 6. Okay, that is 1 by 2 minus cos pi by 6 root 3 by 2. So t will be equal to 1 minus root 3 upon 2. Okay, when x is equal to pi by 3, sin pi by 3 root 3 by 2 minus cos pi by 3 1 by 2. It's root 3 minus 1 by 2. Okay, so see root 3 minus 1 by 2, 1 minus root 3, both are almost same. Here there will be negative sign. So I will rearrange it in this way. Minus, let's take this as alpha, this will be minus alpha. Clear? What is alpha? Root 3 minus 1 by 2. What is minus alpha? 1 minus root 3 by 2. So now what will be our integral? lower limit minus alpha to plus alpha. What is sin x plus cos x dx? dt upon root of 1 minus this would assume as t square. Clear? So, what is dt upon 1 minus square root of 1 minus t square? Integration of dx upon 1 by root of 1 minus x square is sin inverse x by a. Here it's t. So, I will be equal to 1 by, sorry, sin inverse t by a is 1 minus alpha to alpha. This is equal to sine inverse minus alpha minus, sorry, upper limit sine inverse alpha minus sine inverse minus alpha. Okay, so we know that sine inverse minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x. So this will be equal to sine inverse alpha minus plus this will be equal to sine inverse 2 sine inverse alpha. Now let's put the value of alpha root 3 minus 1 by 2. So I is equal to 2 sine inverse root 3 minus 1 by 2 plus, sorry, it's defined integration, so it will be no plus 3. Clear? Remember, this is very important sum. It can be asked in 4 marks. See, what we had done in starting, we had assumed sine 2x, or we had just changed sine 2x into 2 sine x cos x plus 1 minus 1. Okay, then we had taken instead of 1 sine square plus cos square, and we had came to sine x minus cos x whole square. Now replace this value of sine 2x as 1 minus sine x minus cos x whole square. Assume this as t. So this is dd. Clear? Change the lower limit, upper limit. Consider one as alpha, then other will be minus alpha, and then solve it. Okay? So just go through question number 28. Okay, let's move to the next sum. So next question is question number 30. We had already solved question number 29 in our previous video. So next is question 30. Question 30 is 0 to pi by 4 upon 9 plus 16 sine 2x. Sine 2x. See, again, it's sine 2x in the denominator. So we will solve it using the method that we have used in question number 28. So this can be also asked in 4 marks. So let's start with the same method. Sine 2x equal to 2 sine x cos x 1 minus 2 sine x cos x 1 minus sine square x plus cos square x minus 2 sine x cos x. Okay, I'm going in speed because this we had already done in the last sum only. So this is the same method, sin x minus cos x whole square, right? So our integral I will be equal to sin x plus cos x upon 9 plus 16 into 1 minus sin x minus cos x whole square dx. Clear? Now same, let sin x minus cos x equal to t. So integration cos x plus sin x dx equal to dd. Clear? Now let's replace the value of upper and lower limit when x is equal to 0. Then what is t? Sin 0 is 0 and cos 0 1. So 0 minus 1 minus 1. When x is equal to pi by 4. Okay, sin pi by 4 1 sorry 1 by root 2 cos pi by 4 again 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 0. So our integral will be equal to minus 1 to 0 sin x cos x dx. This we have taken as dt upon 9, sorry we will see a plus 16 into 1 minus t square. Okay, minus 1 to 0 dt 9 plus 16 minus 16 t square minus 1 to 0 9 plus 16 25. So I can write it down 5 square minus 16t square, I can write it down 4t square. Okay, so now this is integration of 1 upon a square minus x square, right? So to be its integration is 1 by 2a log x plus a upon x minus a, or a plus x upon a minus x. So this will be equal to 1 upon 2a. What is a? 5 log x plus a means 5 plus 40 x minus a. Whether you will take x plus a or a plus x, it will be same, and here also it will be same because it is modulus. So a plus x or x, sorry, a minus x or x minus a both are same. Minus 1 to 0. So this will be equal to 1 by 10. Let's put down the value. Log 5 plus 0, 5. 5 minus 0, 5. So this will be log 1. And you know that the log value of log 1 is 0. Minus log 5 plus 4 into minus 1 minus 4. So 5 minus 4, 1. Here 5 minus 4 into minus 1 plus 4, 9. Okay, so I will be equal to 1 by 10. Log 1 is 0 minus log 1 by 9. Minus 1 when goes in power, it will be 1 by 9 raised to minus 1. So it's 9. Okay, so this is our answer. I is equal to 1 by 10 log 9. I'm repeating, we have changed this sin 2x as 2 sin x cos x. Okay, we made one mistake here. This is multiplied by 4. So we also have to take this in divide. Okay, so it will be 40. Okay, so I'm repeating now what we have done. We have taken sin 2x, rearrange it as we had in the last sum, assume cos x minus sin x minus cos x as t. So this is dt, change the lower and upper limit. Then it's the formula of integration of 1 upon a square minus x square. Clear? So just go through question number 30. Okay, let's move to the next question. 31 we had already solved in previous video, so we'll move with 32. Question number 32 is 0 to pi x 10x upon sec x plus 10x. Okay, now here we will use the property, right? A plus b minus x. So let's start. This is I. So this will be equal to 0 to pi. 0 plus pi minus x. 10 pi minus x. Sec pi minus x. 10 pi minus x dx. So now pi minus x. 10 pi minus x. As it is pi safe, it will be 10. But pi minus second quadrant, it will be minus 10x. Sec, again second quadrant, minus. 10, again second quadrant, minus. So see, this will be minus 10x upon, I can take minus common from both, sec x plus 10x. This will be minus sec x, this will be minus 10x. So taking minus common. So minus minus will get cancelled. Right? So this will be, I will be equal to 0 to pi. Now let's separate it. Pi 10x upon sec x plus 10x minus 0 to pi. Now multiply x. X 10x upon sec x plus 10x. So this is our question. So this is I. Okay. Pi 0 to pi 10x sec x plus 10x minus I. So it will be 2I equal to 0 to pi 10x upon sec x plus 10x dx. Okay. So now what can we do? When we don't have any idea, just convert to sine and cos, right? So I will write it down 2I equal to 0 to pi sine x by cos x. Sec x means 1 by cos x plus 10x. Okay. So when I will take LCM here, it will be cos x in denominator of the denominator, and here also cos x in the denominator of numerator. So that will get cancelled. 0 to pi is constant, I can take it out. Sin x upon 1 plus sin x dx. So now what can we do? We can do one thing. Multiply divided by conjugate. Multiply by 1 minus sin x. Divide by 1 minus sin x. So this will be 0 to pi sin x into 1 sin x into sin x, sin square x. 1 plus sin x, 1 minus sin x, a plus b, a minus b, a square minus b square. So it will be 1 minus sin square x. And what is 1 minus sin square x? Cos square x dx. Now let's separate it. Sin x upon cos square x. There are 2 times cos, right? Sorry, there are cos square. So sin by cos 10x and 1 by cos sec x. Or let's write down sec x 10x minus sin square by cos square 10 square x dx. Now we know that the integration of sec x 10x is sec x. What is the integration of tan square x? How we are doing? If it was sine square, 1 minus cos 2x by 2. If it was cos square, 1 plus cos 2x by 2. And if it is tan square, then we will convert it into sec square x. Okay? So it will be 1 plus sec square x. 0 to pi sec x tan x minus sec tan square x will be sec square x minus 1 dx. So I can write it down this minus minus plus. Okay. So now I can easily integrate it. Integration of sec x tan x pi, it's outside. Sec x. Integration of sec square x tan x. Integration of 1 is 0 to pi. Okay. So 2I equal to pi. Now let's put the value. The value of sec pi is minus 1. The value of tan pi is 0 plus, instead of x, pi minus the value of sec 0 plus 1. Tan 0, 0. So 2I is equal to, okay, minus 1 plus pi minus 1. So 2I is equal to minus 2 plus pi. So I can multiply it minus 2 pi plus pi square. So I will be equal to minus pi plus pi square by 2. Clear? So it's a lengthy sum. See what we had done. First we had just used the property a plus b minus x. Okay. So here it's pi minus x, pi minus x. Clear? We had converted it. Then we got this as I. So minus I, it goes on this side, 2I. So 0 to pi, pi tan x upon sec x plus tan x. We will solve this. Convert into sine and cos. Okay, I got 1 plus sin x in the denominator, multiply divided by conjugate. So then I got this, separated it, sec x tan x, I know the integral, tan square x converted into sec square x minus 1, as it is minus, so minus sec square x plus 1. Integrate it and put down the value. I can also write down in this way. I can take pi by 2 common, then this will be plus pi minus 1, right? Instead of this I can also use this answer. Okay, so again this is also even an important question. It can be also asked in 4 mark. Okay, so just go through question number 32. The next sum is 33. That is 1 to 4 modulus of x minus 1 plus modulus of x minus 2 plus modulus of x minus 3. Okay, so now see, in this sum I will just give you a hint and you have to solve by yourself. See, all these three are modulus, so we have to find out the interval in which it is positive and in which interval it is negative. So if I take x minus 1 equal to 0, x equal to 1, x minus 2 equal to 0, okay. So from 1 to 2, take any value like 1.5. So this will be positive 1.5 minus 1. This will be negative. This will be negative. So here it will be x minus 1. Here will be 2 minus x and 3 minus x. When I take any value between 2 and 3, these both are positive. Let's take 2.5 minus 1, 2.5 minus 2, positive. This will be negative. And when I take any number greater than 3, all these three will be positive. So I have to solve it by three ways. 0 to, sorry, it's starting from 1, so 1 to 2. This is positive, so x minus 1. Both negative, 2 minus x, 3 minus x. Plus 2 to 3. From 2 to 3, these both are positive. So x minus 1 plus x minus 2. The last is negative, 3 minus x dx. And the last, 3 to 4, all three are positive. X minus 1 plus x minus 2 plus x minus 3 dx. So now what you have to do? Just solve it. X minus x cancel. It will be minus x. So 3, 4, 5 minus 1, 4. So 4 minus x. Same way solve here and solve here. Put the lower limit, upper limit and solve it. So this I am giving you for your self. Here, let's move to the next one. Okay, we have completed 34, 35, 36, 37. We have completed all the other sum except question number 40. Okay, so 40, this is the last for this exercise, and here we will complete this chapter. Question number 40 is 0 to 1 e raised to 2 minus 3x. Okay, but you have to solve it as limit of sum. You don't have to solve it by direct method. It is given that solve it as a limit of sum using this method. So what is A here? 0. B 1. Right? What will be H? B minus A. So 1 minus 0. It's 1 by N, or NH is equal to 1. Next, F of A plus IH. What is A here? 0. So F of I into what is IH? Okay, what is Fx here? E raised to 2 minus 3x. So F of IH, e raised to 2 minus 3IH. So this will be e square into e raised to minus 3IH. Clear? So what was our formula? Just recall it. Okay. Limit h summation of f of a plus I h equal h lends to 0 or n lends to infinity. Clear? I equal to 1 to n. So now this will be limit h summation of what is f of a plus ih, e square into e raised to minus 3ih. So limit h e square constant, e raised to minus 3h, e raised to minus 3h, when I take I equal to 1, e raised to minus, when I take I equal to 2, 6h, when I take I equal to 3, 3 3s are 9h, e raised to minus 3 and h. So this is a geometric progression. Now what is A? First term e raised to minus 3h. R e raised to minus 6h upon e raised to minus 3h. It will be e raised to minus 3h. What is our formula for summation? A r raised to n minus 1 upon r minus 1. So I will be equal to limit h length to 0, h e square into what is a? E raised to minus 3h, r e raised to minus 3h and raised to n. So e raised to minus 3nh minus 1 upon r minus 1. So e raised to minus 3h minus 1. So see e raised to minus 3h minus 1. If I have here minus h, then e raised to minus 3h minus 1 upon minus 3h, then it will be equal to 1. So multiplied by minus 3, divide by minus 3. So I will be equal to limit h length to 0. I will write down minus 3h upon e raised to minus 3h minus 1. Okay, e square e raised to minus 3h. What is nh? 1. So it raised to minus 3 minus 1 into 1 upon minus 3. Now just put down the value. This will be equal to 1 e square minus 3 into h length to 0. So e raised to 0, 1. Okay, e raised to minus 3. That means minus 1 into minus 1 by 3. So this will be equal to minus 1 by 3. E square into e raised to minus 3 minus 1. This will be equal to minus 1 by 3. 1 by e minus 1. Okay, so I is equal to minus 1 by 3, 1 upon e minus 1. Okay, so again remember this sum we had did it as limit of sum. Clear? So let me solve it once again. Let me show you. A I have taken 0, B I have taken as 1. So h equal to 1 by n. So nh is equal to 1. F of a plus ih, that is equal to f of ih, because a is 0. So I got e square into e raised to minus 3 ih. Clear? Using the formula h, summation of f of a plus ih, e square I had taken outside, and this I put in series, e raised to minus 3h minus 6h minus minus. This was geometric progression. So h e square e raised to minus 3h e raised to minus 3nh minus 1 upon e raised to minus 3h minus 1 into minus 3 divided by minus 3, because I want here minus 3h. So e raised to minus 3h minus 1, this becomes 1 e square. Okay, e raised to minus 3h, h length to 0, so it's 1. E raised to nh is equal to 1, so minus 3 minus 1 into 1 by minus 3. So I got here, okay, I just forgot to put here e square. Sorry, I multiplied it. Minus 1 by 3 e square into e raised to minus 3, that is e raised to minus 1. And e square into 1, here is a mistake. It will be e square, right? So this will be equal to minus 1 by 3, 1 by e minus e square, or I is equal to, when I multiply minus 3 here, e square minus 1 upon e. Clear? So this is your answer. Okay, so just go through question number 14. Okay, so that's it for today. Here we have completed exercise 7. Question number 41 and 42 we had completed in previous session. Okay, so this is the end of chapter 7. We completed the whole chapter 7, that is integrals. Thank you.